Well, let me just clarify something about this history claim. It's true. It's true Nigerians provided the financial and diplomatic support to the anti-apartheid movement. They supported so many South Africans in exiles. They did. They hosted majority of them. But let me just ask this. Does that mean that that history assistance should exempt Nigerians during criticism? Does it mean that now South Africans shouldn't complain whenever Nigerians wrong them?
Nigerians used to voluntarily pay tax to help South Africa liberate themselves from apartheid. I'ma repeat that again so that this sinks in. Nigerians used to pay tax to help liberate South Africans from apartheid.
I have a very simple question for you guys. Now, does it mean that since your countries might have helped the people of South Africa get independence, then automatically you guys have a free pass for you to get into South Africa, commit crimes, do whatever you want and everything just because your country helped South Africa get independence? And by the way, you'll find that most people who usually say this were even not born by the time South Africa was even getting independence. They were either kids or they were not even born. But they are busy saying South Africans are xenophobic and yet we help them get independence. Now, I'm not trying to brush off the fact that your countries or African countries might have helped South Africa get independence, but I think that does not give you a right and freedom for you to come into South Africa, do whatever you want, and whenever South Africans try to complain a little bit over what the bad things that you are doing, then you now start telling them that, we helped you guys get independence, blah, 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 blah.
So I was asked by a certain South African fellow, what do we Nigerians benefit from coming online every day to claim that we are the smartest Africans, the bravest Africans, the most educated Africans? Meanwhile, our nation, Nigeria, is nothing to write home about. My friend, one thing you need to understand about we Nigerians is that we have created this illusion that we are the greatest, fake reality, all right, in order to escape the emotional stress that some of us are going through. All right. The reality is that we are not in the right position to even claim that we are Giant of Africa. No disrespect. I know for a fact that Giant of Africa is a nickname, just like every African nation have their own nickname.
Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Robi Masaga. Today I want us to dive into a highly debated topic. I want us to discuss about the relationship between Nigeria and South Africa. Well, the conversation involves the history, cultural differences, and ongoing tensions. I want us to unpack this together, but first, let me share a few videos here that I've compiled for you guys. Then let me know on the comment section what your thoughts are. Remember to subscribe, like, and also share this video.
I am so sick and tired of this Nigeria versus South Africa debate. Am I the only one that's tired? Because I'm really tired. But I think a lot of South Africans and Nigerians don't realize that you guys are fighting the same problem. You guys have the same issue, you just don't realize it. The difference is that in South Africa, the black South Africans can see the foreigners that want to take their land, that have taken their land, taken their resources. They have seen them. The thing with Nigeria also has the same problem that South Africa has, but the thing is that Nigeria is more covert. It's not direct, it's very indirect. I'll explain. Yes, what the advantage Nigeria has over South Africa is that you have more Nigerians, more blacks involved in the economy. So that's kind of a positive. But the mass resources in Nigeria is not owned by black Nigerians. It's not owned by Nigerians. It's owned by Westerners. The thing is this. The Nigerians that are controlling these resources, they are the face. They have the Nigerian face. They have the Nigerian passport. But they are European. They are American by interest. They are Nigerian in physicality, they are Westerners in interest, they are Chinese in interest. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. So when I see South Africans and Nigeria coming online to insult each other, calling themselves drug dealers, kwere, all that stuff, I just laugh and I'm tired because we are both fighting the same battles. We are fighting the same battles. We just don't realize it. But you see, this speaks to my issue here with black Africans in general. The average black African will easily and happily fight himself. The black African will happily unalive another African. He will happily take out another African, bring down another African. Because South Africa and Nigerians, you guys are all black. Let's be honest. You can fight yourself. Oh, I'm Nigerian, I'm South Africa. I'm da, 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 da. When you step outside the borders of Africa, you're a black man, you're a black woman. End of story. So stop that shit. And this is something I want us to understand here. Something we need to understand. Nigeria and South Africa are fighting the same problems in their countries. It's just that South Africa is overt, Nigeria is covert. The resources in Nigeria are not owned by Nigerians, they are owned by Westerners. The oil in Nigeria is not owned by Nigeria, it's not even owned by NNPC. The government of Nigeria has sold oil into the future to the West. How do you think you're getting all these loans? How do you think you're getting all these things? You had to mortgage your resources with high interest rates. You can't pay the interest rate. You're going to sell oil to us for the next 5 years. That's why Nigeria has a lot of oil, but it's not growing because we don't own it. And the West places puppets to make sure these interests are protected. So Nigerians need to understand that Nigerians and South Africans need to understand that you are both doing and experiencing the same things. You're both dealing with the same things. Wisen up, stop fighting, and try to solve these problems as one, because we are all dealing with it. While blacks, South Africans, and Nigerians are fighting, the whites are laughing, because you're making their job easier to take and steal and destroy and divide. And it begs my question: why are blacks so horny to want to fight each other? You know, why are blacks so quick to want to fight each other and take out each other? It just bothers me. Like, why are we so interested? Because the average black South African will happily fight another black African, but will be very mute and quiet about the foreigners, the white foreigners that are actually killing you and taking your land. The Nigerian will happily fight a South African, fight any other black African, instead of challenging the Westerners that are indirectly taking your resources and taking your land. The Chinese are taking over Nigeria. The Nigerian man will not challenge him, but he will happily fight a South African online. So while Nigeria, you're pointing the finger at South Africa, while South Africa, you're pointing the finger at Nigeria, the foreigners, the Western interests are laughing at both of you. Because the more you fight yourselves, the more they can take what they need to take. Because in chaos, the West wins. That is why they will sponsor chaos, they will fuel chaos, they will take fake profile pictures of a Nigerian or a South African and try to start fights. Because when you're too busy fighting yourself, how can you focus on who the real threat is? Please, Nigerians, please, South Africans, think, and stop fighting yourselves.
Like you all know, South Africa and Nigeria have a very complex relationship. Nigeria claims that they supported South Africa during apartheid era. Problem is, they normally use this as an excuse whenever they are called out for their bad behaviors that they do in South Africa. For the longest time now, South Africa have been complaining about Nigeria, about the misconduct, about the crimes that they do in South Africa. Instead, South Africans are seen as xenophobic people for complaining and wanting Nigerians out of their country. Well, let me just clarify something about this history claim. It's true. It's true Nigerians provided the financial and diplomatic support to the anti-apartheid movement. They supported so many South Africans in exiles. They did. They hosted majority of them. But let me just ask this. Does that mean that history assistance should exempt Nigerians during criticism? Does it mean that now South Africans shouldn't complain whenever Nigerians wrong them? I believe the answer is no, because it does not mean just because you help me today that in future you'll blackmail me. You'll be doing anything you feel like just because you helped me at some point. It shouldn't be like that, because if today South Africans went to Nigeria and did the same thing that Nigerians are doing in South Africa, tell me, how would Nigerians feel? Would they be okay if South Africans behaved the way they wanted? I believe they wouldn't. So it's not right that every time South Africans complain, you people have to remind them about how you helped them. You helped them during apartheid era. It's not right. Yes, you did. That was then. But this is a different era. This is 2025 now. You shouldn't be committing crime and engaging in some activities that South Africans don't want. Then you want to blackmail them. Many South Africans have complained about Nigerians, engaging in illegal activities in South Africa, activities like drug trafficking, fraud. And whenever they complain, you people, you always remind them about what you did to them during apartheid era. It's like you're gaslighting them. There's no difference. It's like you help someone today, and in future you want to wrong them, and you want to remind them of the things you did to them back then. It's not right. You're basically gaslighting these people. You don't want them to complain. You want to do as you wish, as you please in their own country, and you want them to sit and watch you without them complaining. So if at all you go to a foreign country, you need to go there and respect their boundaries, respect what they believe in, respect their cultures. You shouldn't go there and start doing things that they don't agree with. Then the moment they tell you, or the moment they complain, you start reminding them of the things you did to them in the past. This is 2025 now. Those are things that were done long time ago, so many years ago. The problem with most Nigerians is they don't want to accept accountability. That is the biggest problem that majority of these people have. Whenever you're called out, you'll always have something to, argue with. You'll always remind people of the things you've done to them. You'll try hard to justify your mistakes, which is wrong. You need to be accountable of your mistakes. When you go to a foreign country, go there and behave the way those people want you to behave, because you are just a visitor. You don't belong there. If they want, they can, chase you away. It's their right, because that is their country. The moment you disrupt whichever peace that is there, it's them who are going to suffer. Because you can always pack your bags and go back to your country. Where are they going to go to? Unless you want them now to, start seeking refuge in neighboring countries. Unless that is what you want, which is wrong, because you cannot go disrupting peace in foreign countries. Then you expect those people to now start running to neighboring countries. It's very wrong. Nigerians need to start being accountable for their mistakes. You need to start accepting your mistakes. Stop looking for ways to justify them. It's what majority of you do. Yesterday, there's an episode I did about how Nigerians are still scamming women in America. Even back in Africa, they're still doing the same thing. Ask yourself, when you scam someone, where do you think that person is getting that money from? Ask yourself, how are they feeling emotionally? Do you think the moment you scam them, they are sending blessings your way? They are only cursing you because you've left a wound in them. They are cursing you. And you think those are blessings? They are not, because that money cannot help you in any way. And these are the kind of crimes that majority of South Africans are complaining about. Yes, you did help them during apartheid, but that was long ago. You shouldn't always remind them. Whenever they complain, you start reminding them how you did send financial assistance, how you supported majority of them in exile. Imagine if the same was done to your country. Stop bringing back the history. Change your behaviors. That is the most important thing here. Change your behaviors, because people complain about you a lot. And behavior is the problem here. Like I said, there's an episode I did yesterday. Please go and look it up. It's on my channel. Go and watch it. There's an episode, almost everyone is complaining about you. You need to change your behaviors. History won't help us right now, because this is a different era. That was also a different era. We cannot bring history now. History won't help us. All we want is for Nigerians to change their behaviors, and we will all accept them. No one has any issue with Nigerians, because like I said yesterday, Nigeria is big. It does not belong to a single individual. It's big. We don't have an issue with Nigeria. We have an issue with the few individuals who are tarnishing the name of Nigeria. And even Nigerians, I urge you people, you need to call those people out. They're your people, but you need to call them out. Stop gaslighting people. Helping me today, then tomorrow you want to remind me of what you did just because you don't want me to tell you about your mistakes. No. Change your behaviors and everyone is going to accept you. That is the only thing we want from Nigerians. The only thing. And it's very simple. Change your behaviors. Stop scamming people. Stop engaging in criminal activities, especially in foreign countries. Stop that. It's the only thing that majority of us want. Nothing else. Wherever you go, people complain. Even here in Kenya, some time back, people were complaining about Nigerians. Change your behaviors. Guys, let me know, do you think apartheid argument is gaslighting? And how can both South Africans and Nigerians move forward with mutual respect and understanding? Let me know on the comment section, guys. And also remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. And until next time,